she was a soon-to-be unwed teen mom. Now Bristol taking control, telling her own story in a GMA exclusive, talking about her brand new book, Not Afraid of Life, My Journey So Far. Had a chance to sit down with her in a one-on-one interview, and everything, I mean everything, was on the table.
We're both very independent. We're both strong. We both have really tough skin.
And like her mother, Sarah Palin, her oldest daughter doesn't pull any punches. In her new book, Not Afraid of My Life, My Journey So Far, Bristol writes candidly about her sexual relationship with Levi Johnston. You open the book and you talk about not that your virginity that you did, but you use the word stolen, that in essence Levi got you drunk and stole, again, your words, your virginity. Can you clarify that at all?
That's what it felt like. I'm not accusing Levi of date rape or rape at all, but I am just looking back with the adult eyes that I have now and just thinking that was a foolish decision. I should have never been underage drinking, and I should have never gotten to myself into a situation like that.
How do you respond to those who question whether or not you're the right person to talk about abstinence?
You know, I hate the word abstinence. I was telling someone earlier that today, and I'm not an abstinence preacher, you know. I think that if you want to prevent teenage pregnancy, that's the only option. I talk about in the book how I was on birth control, and obviously it wasn't used effectively, and, you know, abstinence is the only way that you're going to prevent teenage pregnancy, but if you're going to have sex, practice safe sex, very safe sex.
Bristol's relationship with Levi is still tumultuous. In the book, she refers to Levi, who was the father of her 2-year-old son, Trip, as the gnat, who is, quote, constantly spreading false accusations about our family. What are you going to say to your son when he's older and he either reads it or he's told about how you wrote about his father?
I'm a single mom, and I write about that in my book. And I don't know if Levi will be a big role model or in his life at all, so I'm not worried about it.
How much contact does he have with him now?
Certainly not as much as he's entitled to.
And what are you hoping people picking up the book, what is your underlying hope that they will walk away thinking? Well,
it's different for different people. I hope that if a young girl's reading the book, I hope that she sees the foolish decisions that I've made and can say, okay, I shouldn't do that, I should avoid that. And I hope that other women with kind of, you know, jerk boyfriends, that they can read the book and be like, you know what, I don't have to be with this guy. And I think parents can read the book and open up a dialogue to their kids. I'm just super blessed.
Bristol not only doles out advice in her book, she also sheds new light on public moments. Remember her surprise engagement to Levi that was announced to the world and her family on the cover of Us Weekly magazine? Tell us what happened between the time you had that interview and it hits the newsstands.
So the magazine was released on a Wednesday, and that Wednesday, when it went nationwide, Levi comes home, comes to my condo, and tells me that a girl might have his baby. And that was definitely like a punch to the stomach, because it's like, okay, I just betrayed my family for you. I just put you before anyone else, and I should have never done that.
And you can't say anything because you have an exclusivity clause for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Or you're going to lose what you all...
We'll be sued, yeah. So going into work the next morning, there's big bouquets of flowers, congratulations on your engagement and all this stuff. And I had to sit there and just like grin and bear it, just, oh, thanks. When in all reality, I was just fuming inside. And I talk about in the book, too, how alone I felt because I had betrayed everyone that was important to me.
How hard was it for you to go back home after all this?
Oh, my goodness. It was the longest drive of my life, driving down that driveway. And it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do, one of the hardest things. And it was the most rewarding, though. It totally was, because having my family on my side, that's all that matters.
It'll set right there in about an hour.
The Palins, as you know, are a tight-knit family, something I got to see firsthand when I went to their home in Alaska last December.
Say Papa.
Bristol is fiercely protective of them, and during her mother's 2008 vice presidential bid, she feels that her family was, quote, thrown under the campaign bus with little help from the McCain team. What did you want to see them do?
I think they could have done a lot, you know. I think they could have stuck up for our family more, you know. because I never really did.
And despite the sometimes glaring media spotlight, Bristol is not shying away from the cameras, even taking on critics who question her recent corrective jaw surgery.
It's like getting braces on your teeth or something, or getting contacts. It's like, whatever they say, it really doesn't bother me, especially something like that.
My name is Bristol Palin.
Bristol continues to raise her public profile after joining Dancing with the Stars.
This is the best way in the world to enjoy a meal. It is!
And appearing on her mom's TLC reality show, Sarah Palin's Alaska. She's now working on a reality show of her own with former dancing contestant Kyle Massey. Dancing with the Stars. Why?
I knew that I needed to do something to provide for Trip. And the job I was working at, it was great. It was an awesome job, and I was blessed with that job. But I knew that this project, Dancing with the Stars, we would financially gain from it.
Politics interest you at all?
Not on the top of my list, no.
Do you want to see your mother run for president?
Absolutely. I think she's awesome. I think she's smart. I think she would be awesome for our country.
Do you think she will run?
There's some things that we talk about at the kitchen table that stay at the kitchen table.
Oh, so it's something that has been discussed in the kitchen table?
Oh, of course, yes. We're a close family. We discuss things like that.
But that is something that you would encourage or you would support?
Absolutely.
So still on the table, on the kitchen table.
And we know Bristol's vote.
Yes, we do know her vote, and asked her about her mom